You know, when I charted this chart in the bottom of the bear market in 2018, a lot of this has really come to fruition. A lot of it has happened. I would have never imagined the things that are coming together all the way up here at the bottom of this bear market, January 2023 into February into March. I never would have imagined all of the things that are happening right now are happening before our eyes. And in this video, I want to go over the Bitcoin supercycle that may be happening. And this is all according to commodity strategist Mike McClone. And I want to talk about this because the fact that it's all coming together, you know me, everybody, I'm someone that is very, very focused on the charts, the technical analysis of it all. We work in the headlines. We work in global events because oftentimes we say and we watch how the events kind of trigger moves on these charts. But right now, the setup for a super cycle, when I charted $281,000 Bitcoin in 2025, and I'm not sitting here saying it's going to happen definitely, but the world that we live in now is so much more possible than when I charted this back in 2018. There is so much going on right now. The headlines are almost too much to digest for any human mind and any crypto investor that is in these markets right now. US CFTC discards SEC security stance, classifies Bitcoin and Ethereum as commodities. Right off the bat, it's kind of like, wow, that's interesting. The US CFTC is classifying them as commodities. We already know SEC pretty much trying to classify everything as a security except Bitcoin. So this in all looks like it could be a potentially good headline, but it's what's behind this that isn't so good. According to sources familiar, and I covered this in the video today, the CFTC lawsuit was dropped on Binance without warning, similar to Coinbase's Wells notice. Some industry professionals believe this was a political move by the CFTC to show the SEC that this is a commodities issue rather than a securities one. At the end of the day, everybody, here's what's going on. Here's what's going on. The Biden administration has set out no rules for crypto to operate legally, but has launched a blizzard of enforcement actions against U.S. companies that use the technology, and therefore there's no guidance. Meanwhile, Europe is busy trying to lure those same American companies overseas with a regulatory framework in place. Let me know, everybody, what do you think about all this mess? Almost like a circus that is happening right now before our eyes. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. Let's talk about the super cycle. The long-term cost to the U.S. for its war on crypto will be big and self-defeating, especially in Latin America and Asia. I'm torn because everything that actually is happening, it plays into Bitcoin price going up. It plays into this, but it's not good what is happening for United States citizens. This isn't bullish news for an American at all. All the while, FedNow set to launch in July, what the instant payment service could mean for digital dollar and stable coins. And we see headlines like this. It is no surprise. $12 billion asset manager says investors flocking to Bitcoin and crypto amid global banking fallout. And I just want to note, it's not just US, right? 32-year high inflation sees Australians flocking to Bitcoin. This is from October 2022. It's across the world, this need for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin as kind of this cryptocurrency asset class, people flocking to it to really run from the system that is breaking, that is falling apart. And it's happening more and more, faster and faster day by day. Here's another one, everybody. The dollar is our superpower, and Russia and China are threatening it. What is going on right now? Look at what is going on. This is Digital Asset News. Tell me people aren't going to run to gold in Bitcoin. I see a coordinated effort here to inform people on the dangers of CBDCs from Ron DeSantis' press conference a week ago. And he's bringing up what Ron DeSantis, was kind of fighting back against, I guess you could say. And then this clip I just saw today. Check this out real quick.
But on top of it now, again, oil is the critical linchpin of this. If Saudi Arabia decides to join with America's enemies here and start trading oil in different currencies, that is going to undermine the entire global economic system. And here at home, you know what it's going to mean for us? It's going to mean raging inflation. So much worse.
Do you see it? There's so many moving parts here coming together. It would take me a long video to piece them together and just talk about how they interact and create the story that is happening. But we see now why CBDCs are in play with everything that is going on with the de-dollarization. And it is good to see that, Ron DeSantis is kind of stepping up as governor. He said the Biden administration creation of a central bank digital currency is about one thing: control. And it makes me wonder, is America gonna remain a sovereign nation, or is it not? I'm calling on the legislator to prohibit the use of a so-called CBDC in Florida, protecting Floridians from government surveillance and control of their personal finances. This is good. How much of the leadership in America across the states, how many of them will step up and fight against this? And how big of a topic is this going to be in the upcoming elections? But this is what's happening. The Saudis are already discussing settling oil transactions in the yuan instead of the dollar. This will seriously damage the dollar's ability to remain the standard reserve currency. And then here's President of Kenya telling citizens to get rid of US dollars. So it all plays into this bullish headline. Unfortunately, this is what is creating the headline. Bitcoin supercycle may be happening, says commodity strategist Mike McClone. Funny that he's a commodity strategist, considering what the CFTC just said about Bitcoin being a commodity. Here we go. Bloomberg Intelligence senior commodity strategist Mike McClone has explained that a supercycle may be happening in Bitcoin, noting that the cryptocurrency is beating gold by almost 10 times so far this year. The strategist added that if past trends hold, Bitcoin's volatility is more likely to recover compared to commodities when the crypto heads towards new highs. Wait till you see this chart. It says, looking for a supercycle, Bitcoin outperforms commodities with declining risk. Declining risk. Bitcoin beating gold, the top performing old guard commodity in 2023 to March 20 by almost 10x, may be indicative of a supercycle happening in the crypto, which is Bitcoin. So here is the chart, elongated Bitcoin upward trajectory gaining fuel. It's, I guess, the name of the chart. Sounds nice. And you could just see the upward trajectory in white. That is Bitcoin. Now, this 260-day volatility is a key data point to focus on. Referencing the chart titled Elongated Bitcoin Upward Trajectory Gaining Fuel, McClone noted that the elongated upward trajectory of Bitcoin's price compared to the Bloomberg Commodity Spot Index is typical compared with most assets. However, he pointed out, what's unique relative to commodities is the 260-day volatility of Bitcoin bottoming from a new low. Adding, if past trends hold, the crypto's volatility is more likely to recover versus commodities when Bitcoin heads toward new highs. Basically saying Bitcoin likely to outperform commodities, but also saying Bitcoin Launchpad is set when you look at this. You can see where it's bottoming lower than it's ever been. And you can see back here, this was 2016-ish, 2017, right around that area. And what did Bitcoin do? Went parabolic, right? Last time it bottomed. It's bottoming now on this chart. Even prior to that, you can go all the way back here and you can just see when it has bottomed previously and what Bitcoin price in white did. What is Bitcoin price in white getting ready to do right now? And it's not like it's a guarantee, but it's looking pretty obvious what it potentially is getting ready to do. Facing the Federal Reserve, inflation, and war, 2022 may be prime for risk asset of reversion and mark another milestone in Bitcoin's maturation. Not sure this article meant 2023. He tweeted Friday, it's unlikely for Bitcoin to stop outperforming gold stock market amid bumps in the road as the Fed attempts another rate hike cycle. So saying it's unlikely for Bitcoin to stop outperforming gold in the stock market. And it all makes sense. I mean, again, I went over a lot, went through a lot, but it all makes sense kind of coming together. What is happening across the world, across this country, and the value of Bitcoin, the value that Bitcoin brings to people that are looking for an escape. And it's all plotted here, interestingly enough, on the price chart. The fact, and I kind of started with this, the fact that Bitcoin is kind of in this bear market low or coming out of the bear market low, similar these previous bear market lows, but the world that we live in right now, I would have never guessed back here when I charted this that it would be primed for Bitcoin to make this move to the upside for a continuation of this exact chart. Will it happen? Time will tell. It's no guarantee if it will happen or not. Again, if we look at the momentum even of Bitcoin right now, you can see Bitcoin coming out of oversold. It's such a similar way that it came out of oversold in previous bear market lows and headed into the next bull market. So the question I have and I leave you with tonight is, with everything going on, is the next Bitcoin parabolic bull market getting ready to happen? As this article suggests, is Bitcoin super cycle happening or getting ready to happen? Let me know what you think in the comments below. One thing is for sure, the consistencies on these charts, no matter what is going on, it really is insane to watch. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.